So that's apparently one of her favorite songs. So she made a special request. And so we had to honor that request by playing that song for her. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Let's Talk Relationship and get interactive with us. Go on Facebook, hit the share button. You know that Let's Talk Relationship is always exciting on Thursdays. But before we get into a topic and before we get talking on this topic that I'm about to say, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to win some quick cash. Get ready to win some money. So we know that times are hard. On the 15th of July, so very soon, actually, very soon. Let me just put it this way. Very soon, transport fares are going to go up. Oh. And so we know, and we understand that you will need money. Because on the 1st of July, even fuel, the price of fuel went up. So we know you need money. So get ready to join us by being part of a draw, which is quick cash. Quick cash. So it will be launching officially next week, Friday, and right after the launch, we'll start playing the draw, and whoever is going to be lucky is going to be winning some amount of monies every single time that we play the draw right here on Prime Morning. So get ready to win some quick cash. Time for Let's Talk Relationship. My name is Asiedua Akumia, the Golden Girl. You've already seen my very first guest, Reverend Dr. Nanaya Prempeh. She's a relationship coach. She's no stranger to us at all. It's always exciting seeing her grace us with her presence and her wonderful submissions. Good morning, Reverend.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Comment allez-vous?
Comment allez-vous?
What the fufu sa?
Instead of saying Asokore, I couldn't even mention
Ayasamo.
They are refusing to forgive me in the back there. Anyway, so that's my first. You know, when I have a lady and a gentleman on for a particular segment, I always introduce my female guest first. Now, seated to her right, we have missed them so much, and I know they has equally missed us. Reverend Daniel Annan, who is a counselor. Reverend. Reverend.
I did my do.
Rev has already started.
What did I do?
So,
you see, some people, the least they don't want to eat diarrhea. No common say right now you wanted to speak in tongues or even just bonjour.
I am simply.
So Reverend Daniel Annan is no stranger to us as well. For a while, we've been trending a video, a particular conversation we had on Let's Talk Relationship, where he spoke on, sex in marriage, and he gave some very interesting submissions. Every day, somebody sends me that excerpt of that conversation. So Reverend is here with us this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's been a while. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. God is still blessing us.
Amen. We thank God for that. So our topic for discussion today, family ties, family backgrounds, how that shapes your choice of relationships and marriages. So we are going to talk on culture, background, your beliefs, the traditions, your upbringing, how that influences your choice when it comes to marriage, when it comes to relationships. So get ready to be interactive with us on all our social media platforms. And don't forget, on Facebook, you have to hit the share button. Our WhatsApp number, the number will be put on your screen shortly as well for you to start sending in your opinions in relation to this topic. The topic for
they should give you water after all that running.
But I'll be fine. Family background, it's very broad because there are so many things that contributes the background. Your cultural beliefs, the traditions that you believe in, religious beliefs, your upbringing. What were some of the things that, if you were brought up by your grandparents, what the things they taught you, how did they influence you? How did they shape your mentality? But because it's broad, on the whole, when we say family background, to you personally, I want to take your opinions on that first, and then we'll get deeper into it. So, Reverend Anaya, let me start with you. Family background in general.
Thank you. Thank you, Asidia. You're looking smashing.
Thank you.
Yes.
So are you, Mommy.
Thank you. And I'm glad to be back. I was gone for a while, and I missed you guys. You guys didn't miss me.
Miss you. We miss you. We miss you.
Okay. Good morning to all the viewers of Joy Prime. Family background, how it influences relationships.
The choice of relationships and marriage.
So, my father used to say, may he rest in peace. My father used to say that apples don't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
Which means when you see an apple, you should look around, you'll find the tree. And so in the Akan language, we say, okoto, onwo, anumaba. And so there are times where people, in the past, when I was growing up, I heard it said several times, especially among the Ashantis, that women married because of how they want their children to look like. So their choice of partners were opebema ni tiye teja, na ne bansu tiye teja. You know, so there was some royalty in looks. When I was growing up, this is in Kumasi area, this is what I was hearing. So I believe that there is so much that transcends from your background into your relationship or into determining what you take for your choice. For me, coming from my Christian background, I believe, and I strongly believe that the number one thing that should influence your choice of partner should be the faith that the person carries.
Right.
You know, the faith that the person carries. It is not every faith that you run into that will give you peace. It's only the Prince of Peace that can give you peace. So if you are brought up among fetish, or fetishism or idolatry or atheism, it will definitely influence your choice of marriage.
Sure.
Or your choice of partner.
Yeah.
And right now, thank God that we are seeing a lot of inter-religious marriages now. And one way or the other, one will influence the other.
Sure.
And I'm hoping that the Christians will influence
do the
more.
Influencing, yeah.
Now, many Muslims are marrying Christians, Christians are marrying Muslims. It never used to be like that in the past. And so if your background is a particular way, rich people want their children to marry rich people. Poor people have no choice.
Yeah.
They have no option.
Yeah.
So the background of a rich person would definitely influence who he or she is marrying according to their parents. A lot of times, the rich parents influence their children to go into rich families, wealthy families. And if you go and bring someone from a different background, they will call you, you brought an outcast. You brought, a villager. You know. So the influence that our backgrounds have on us is immense. It's only about, I would say, maybe about 2-3% of people that come out of their background to get something that it's out of the way. But most of the time, even in party lines, in Ghana, we are so influenced by partisan choices.
That's true. The political party that you're born into.
Absolutely.
You grow up, and that is what you feel you have to be affiliated to.
I mean, can you imagine a top MPP person marrying a top NDC person in Ghana? Asumun Joe.
Yeah.
Because unless you are just a layman, a regular MPP person, you are just maybe a commentator NPP person. When you are playing draft, that is when you are MPP. When you go home, you are NDC. Or when you go to the office, you are something else. But if you are a true blood birth MPP color, and you go into a true blood birth NDC, that house will be on fire. So the backgrounds stretch so far, so deep that it has religious implications, traditional, political, even and economic, financial, and social. I mean, your social status will determine who you are going out for. But it does not guarantee true love. All these choices, they don't guarantee true love. Tribal choices.
Some would also say that there are some, especially with the whole political affiliation thing, there's some also that it looks quite successful. Somebody like Mustafa Habib, who is NPP, is married to, is it the NDC chairman, I think Tamale's daughter.
Oh, but that's a daughter. That's not them.
Okay, so it's not direct.
No, it's not direct.
So talking of direct.
For all you know, that daughter was never initiated into NDC. Okay. You know, maybe she has her own mind. She went to school. She wasn't part of school politics.
Okay.
But if that daughter had gone into school politics, it would be difficult for her.
Rooted in it.
Yes. So even though there will be a little influence, maybe her parents are quite open. Like I'm saying, there's a little percentage. You know, there's a little percentage of people who succeed. Look at tribal ones. Ashanti woman marrying a Igbe man. Hey, the Ashanti people will call you. As if the Igbe man was not born from a woman or is not a gift from God. So all these influences, they don't guarantee successful relationships.
Okay.
Do you understand? It's just a choice, and sometimes it's based on ignorance.
Okay.
A lot of people make some of these choices based on ignorance. Or maybe it was so in the past. But now, Nyama be brasisa.
Okay.
That Igbe blood or Ashanti blood, didn't I day for the bed top?
Yeah. Reverend Anan. So, with everything that Reverend Anaya has mentioned, what I want to ask you now is, okay, so you are rooted in particular upbringing, particular belief system, and then all that. But with what she has said, then it means that there's a high possibility that there will be difficulty in you trying to change, in you trying to be better and do better, because she mentioned the percentage, which is about 2 to 3% of people that oftentimes that mixture works. So would you say it's very difficult when you come to a conclusion or a self-awareness that, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to take this bold step.
It depends. It depends. You see, every person, all of us, what makes you is first your background, where you are coming from. That's what she said.
Yeah.
The people you surround yourself with.
Okay. Okay.
The environment you live in. And the personal choices and decisions that you make. They make you.
Right.
So when you want to see what is the makeup of any person, check the background, check the people that he moves or she moves with, check the environment that he lives in. When you live in Accra, the life of Accra is different from Kumasi. When you live in Tamale, the life of Tamale is different. You see that the person's life influences whatever the person does is according to the environment the person lives in. And your personal choices and decisions. So what makes it difficult is you.
Oh.
The you factor. First of all, every person must develop what I call the personal power. Knowing what you want, knowing what is good, knowing what is right. Because nobody is going into the relationship except you.
Yeah.
So, my father, it could be a polygam. Even this one, what about polygamous background? He lives in a compound house where the father got married to maybe 5 or 4 women. The upbringing was that maybe you can be a promiscuous person. But whatever it is that we know everybody is doing, Abraham had wives, but Isaac had one wife. Next to him, Jacob, 4. But Isaac was 1. So it means we need to develop a personal power of making choices and making decisions.
Right.
For instance, if I'm making decisions about who to marry, the first thing I'll consider is my faith. Because faith is so much about us. Yeah. So my belief systems, would that person that I want to come into my circle, would they align with my belief system? I don't like it to be confrontational. Once somebody is praying, somebody is also pouring libation. Would they agree? No.
Chaos.
So yes. As for Christianity and Islam, more especially Catholics and Islam, most of the things are the same.
Okay.
If you study Catholicism and you look at Islam. Catholics use the rosary. They also use what? Tasbih.
Yeah.
They also believe in Saraka. Catholics also believe in this. So there's so much alignment, even naming.
Okay.
Fatima is found here, and even in Catholicism. So when people begin to see that there's an alignment or similarity, that does not judge them. They begin to switch to that.
Okay.
But you see, when you take faith out, the next major thing that you need to consider is whether the person is trustworthy. Don't marry because of love. No. You need to use this to marry. It is when you are married, then the love will maintain it. Okay. When a man says he loves you, what does he want? Simple. We all know.
You all know now.
You know what you know. You know what he wants. So when a man says he loves you, take sex and romance out. How much is left?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Zillow.
So that's why a lot of people, they have it and it collapses. Haven't you seen people that said they love themselves, but now one is holding a cutlass, another is holding a gun?
Yeah.
But they said they love each other. So love and hatred are in the same pot. At any given time, which one comes out?
It's just a thin line.
Yes. So marry somebody who you can trust. 1, he's truthful. 2, he's transparent. 3, he's reliable. 4, he's confident in himself in approach. If you don't have such qualities in a person, and progressively you don't see that the person is working towards trust, be very careful.
Wow.
Don't. Because, for instance, you are sitting with your guy, and somebody calls him. He's at your end. He's telling you, I'm a Swedro.
A drunk one.
Then he tells you, I go one casa China, Obe house. He's telling you, I'm a liar.
Yes.
Clear.
Yeah.
Even before you marry him.
Yeah,
Even before, yeah.
So the issue is that when the table turns, it will be your turn. That's all. So marry somebody, if he doesn't know, progressively working towards trust. 3, marry somebody who understands you. The chemistry must work. I mean, we cannot get absolute, but we must progressively work towards it. You see, there are 2 people, you bring them together. Each of them, they are nice people. But bring them together, they begin to fight. They will fight. They will always fight. Because I understand the chemistry is not there. Okay. I usually use water. Pardon me, okay? This is water. Water is made of 2 gases, hydrogen and oxygen. Do you see any air in it? No. Because we have mixed together.
Yeah.
Americans call it the melting pot. You have mixed together to form one compound. So the understanding must work. For instance, in myself, I know I'm not good in handling money. My wife is good. Leave her to handle it.
Okay.
There are certain things she is good at. I should leave her. I should not express my insecurity in any way. Everybody has his own strengths and weaknesses. But the only thing is that one should not think that I am the man.
Yeah.
And I am the neck. You see, the head. And someone will say, I'm also the neck. So your head will be
I'm the one holding you.
So if you are the head, no problem. I'm also the neck.
Yeah.
So if there's no competition amongst us, but we are complementing each other.
And working together.
They work together so that the weaknesses and the high points will not be seen. They see us together. So you must work on the understanding. Number 4, work. If you want to marry, the 4th thing that I always want people to look at is love, not love that exists between couples. The agape love, that's what I mean. That is able to forgive you. The guy, you see a guy who person didn't go out, you are called, get Biama, Wakoya Bonnie. Continue from the. You see, oh yes.
Yeah.
You see, those things happen. We are not condoned that people should be unfaithful. But when it happens, if you don't have a forgiving heart, what would you do? So you must have people who have that love of God in themselves. When even they are wrong, they are able to tell you that, Sedwa, I think this one I'm wrong.
Okay.
For instance, that video, at a certain point, I saw I was wrong.
Oh.
Because it should have been more general than direct. One of my daughters called me for years, Dad, why? I said, it was charging on me so much. I said, oh, so after she had listened to the whole thing, oh, okay, now I get it. But next time, don't attack your host. I said, you don't know the host. Oh! so we learn. I mean, somebody who will be able to say, I am sorry. I
accept my mistakes.
Yes.
I know what I did wrong.
Yes. And I'm prepared to change.
Yes.
That person you can work with. Then together, nobody will play out the card that I'm better than you. No. So when that love, agape love is there, I mean, you know that you have security in the relationship.
Is there anything like, okay, I know. It looks like I understand you. I understand where you're coming from. Your point is well taken. What you are sharing, I have heard you. It looks like I'm not ready to change.
You see, I can't fool with so kwasia. No,
okay.
So the Bible say. Even the Bible say.
Yes, because you see, what makes you us, me, I've always said, what has made me who I am today is my mistakes. It's your mistakes that makes you better. Because when you are corrected, you are becoming better. Haven't I corrected even one of my mistakes here?
Yes. You have.
And it's making you better. So if you say you won't change, simple. There are some people, their nature is that they are controlling type. They are control. That's how they are making. They are controlling type. I'm always the boss. I don't want to. I'm always here. And they express their insecurity behind it. They are so much insecure. Oh, very weak. Oh, very weak. Yeah, very, very weak.
Okay. Reverend, hold on. So viewers, I need to invite our viewers in to this conversation. So the WhatsApp number is opened. Viewers, take the number, share your experiences with us, with the examples that Reverend Anaya and Reverend Daniel have mentioned right now. Are you experiencing any such? Are you in a marriage or a relationship that's the cultural backgrounds are different, the religious backgrounds are different, you and your partner, there's no chemistry, what's going on? Share your experience with us on all our social media platforms as well. We'll do our very best and then we'll pick them, especially on Facebook. If you're sending your comments, we'll try and pick it. But make sure that when you go on Facebook, you need to hit the share button. So, Reverend, can you conclude on this particular one?
There's something that we quite often we say, a song. Okwantintin aware minko seminyame kodo na sem smechi ameye de mate. Okwantintin aware minko na sem smechi ameye de mate. It is one of the things that divides us. That don't marry outside your tribe or don't marry outside the comfortable jurisdictions that we have. It's really destroying us. We marry an individual. We don't marry a tribe. Because you can marry somebody from your own, but he will be the worst person.
That's true.
So we need to educate people about the person that you are marrying. Than so much things that we tie ourselves with. And more especially if there's a history, then they generalize as if everybody is bad. No.
There's a Nigerian actress who recently married, Sharon Uja, and her marriage trended beautifully. When she started putting on social media before her marriage a video announcing that she's about to tie the knot, people were wondering who her husband was because she didn't show the face. But then before we realized when the marriage was about getting close, that was when she showed the face of her husband, and some people went digging into the man's life. And then whilst the marriage was going on, other people were putting on social media that the man had married and divorced 3 times.
Who are you talking about now?
Sharon Uja, the Nigerian actress.
Oh.
That her husband, her now husband, had married 3 times. And so we hope that he's not going to come and do this to Sharon. This is our baby girl, this is our queen. You don't need to... Trying to say a whole lot of bad stuff about this, all because of a past that he has moved on from. Even if it's true, he has moved on from that. So why is it that you are outside of it? You have taken it upon yourself to try to bring it back.
How many breaks have those people had? It's the same thing. They have also spent maybe 4 or 5
Also, for me, say the level of hypocrisy in the church, in society.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Now you are saying your video went viral. Yeah. My video went all the way to the White House and back. And you know, it shows how imperfect we are, how human we are. You see, and for me, I've said it time and again, that I'm a very practical Christian.
Yeah.
I'm a very practical person. The one that when you are hungry, I won't tell you to go and pray and you'll be full. No, I will ask you to pray, but I will also support.
Yeah.
Food.
You understand? That is the kind of Christian I am. And I don't like to pretend. When you do something right on your face, I will tell you that it is not right.
Yeah.
And you have to stop it.
Yeah.
And when you repeat it so many times, I know that is you. So I have to build my block.
Yes.
So you don't come to try to contaminate me.
You're right.
Because we have one life to live. And that heaven that we are going to, we have started living that heaven on earth. May your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven.
Right.
So if you are living in a marriage that every day you are crying, every day you are a prayer warrior in the marriage, instead of enjoying the marriage, you are enduring the marriage. Why you prayer warrior? Enjoy the marriage. If you cannot enjoy it, take steps to fix it. People think marriage is already made. Marriage is not already made. And when you are going into that family, gone are the days when our parents will go into your...
They will dig.
They will dig into their background. They will tell you this family has... but
Abadam, yeah.
This family has armed robbers.
Yes.
This family, they smoke and breathe and they do weed like they are drinking water. So your folks will tell you all these things. And so because of this, my daughter, we don't think this family will help you.
Yeah.
But then some people become rebellious and they run away, you know, they will run away with the love that they want.
Yeah.
And they'll come back crying. But now, we are marrying on social media. We are looking for the one who has put a beautiful picture like a Sedio's picture. And a hands to bom. That's what we are looking at to marry. That's true.
That's true.
That is what we are marrying.
I'm feeling shy.
Oh, don't feel shy. Don't feel shy. But there's nothing wrong with marrying all those things.
Yeah.
I mean, getting a woman with big boobs, but that should not be the reason for the marriage. Because our bodies change.
Definitely.
Every day our bodies are changing.
Yeah.
I wasn't this 80 pounds before, kilos before. I was skinnier than skinny. But look, now I've gained some weight.
Yeah.
I didn't know God would be so generous to me and give me all this. Give me some flesh. So when you marry me because my body is skinny, you'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because guess what? As I age, I'll get more flesh, more water, more blood, you know. So let your marriage be on the principles of the Word of God. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Take your time and read it. When you understand that scripture and somebody comes to you from a different background and you see love, Osofo said, don't marry for love. That one I disagree. You must marry for love, but it's not enough. Love is not enough. If I can't marry you for love, what am I marrying you for? Money or looks? I'll marry you for love, but then it's not enough.
Yeah.
You have to have a good character. If I marry you because of love, you must have something that you are bringing on the table. You cannot be a lazy bum.
Yeah.
You come and sit in the house and you eat and you sleep. Even sex, you can't do it. That one is not marriage. It is a forever discouraged marriage. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I'll marry you for love, but you must bring something on the table. You must bring ideas that we can use. The Bible says that I give you the power to make wealth. Where is that power coming from? From ideas. So if I cannot have ideas and you come to marry me and you also don't have ideas, then the marriage will be a very poor marriage.
Vanania, before you continue, I want to ask this question. I know quite a number of couples that they met their husbands, like women mostly. They met their husbands and yeah, okay, although personally they were doing okay, they were not doing too bad, but they marry these men and these men don't want them to work. They prefer them staying at home, saying, I'll provide everything. I will do everything for you. Why do you have to work? Why do you have to go out and do this and all that?
Okay, so if your husband is now maybe governor of Bank of Ghana, so he says don't work, and pennyfo say from until order. Bible says that no condition is permanent.
Right.
That position, they can fire him tomorrow.
Right.
So I have a very perfect example from a friend of mine who was very good with hair. She used to have her own salon. And she had this husband who was a big accountant with lots of money. So he said, Jaya Jumano to shop, but now on your board. So she stopped. And then one day I went to visit them. When I came down from the US, I went to visit them. God opened my eyes. I saw that the man went to sit in his office and somebody had put something under his seat. So the man had died. So I told the woman that let's pray for your husband. Because I've just seen that he sat on a charm and he died. So I told her to please start your hair business. Before I went to the US, I prayed with her. Please start your hair business. Don't depend on your husband. When I got to US, 2 weeks, the man died.
Oh.
2 weeks. She called me, Reverend, the man died, and his family came to kick the woman and her 4 children from the matrimonial home. They came to kick them like chicken from the matrimonial home. Before the case went to court and everything, they had to look for a place to stay until the court finally gave the property back to them. But in between, they were homeless.
Yeah.
And this is a marriage the man loved. They were high school sweethearts.
Oh.
The man loved the lady with every part of his being. Took care of her and the children. But you see, if you're a man and you tell your wife, stop working and stay home because you love her, you are not doing any good for that woman. You are killing her creative abilities. You are killing her, the things that God has endowed in her. What you say? So at least let her start some online business. You can do that from home. You know, even you can do something, hobby, do something. But just staying at home because your husband has money. If you are staying home because of a medical reason or for a temporary reason, that is okay. But you shouldn't just throw out your abilities, your education, and your skills, your vocation, and everything because you have a successful husband.
Ooh. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you will find out that your husband has another woman in the same condition. So the two of you are stay-home moms. And he's just controlling both of you with money. Money has wings. Money. It has wings.
It does.
It can fly.
It can fly away.
You know, so until I'm penny forecast, say, Mr. Osum body fidia. You will sum kwadu. So one day, every day you are eating plantain. When you see banana, you don't respect it.
Yes.
When plantain finishes, you'll be looking for banana.
Daniel, quickly, I want you to touch on this one for me. Oftentimes when you get married or you're marrying somebody, you're looking at the individual, like both of you have rightly said. You're not concerned so much about family and then all that, but then it looks like traditionally, when you're marrying the family. So one way or the other, family sort of like has influence on the individual that you're getting married to. So he may have or she may have all the qualities that you have mentioned, but then the family is a problem.
You see, that's why I said the personal power is very important. The first thing that we need to ask ourselves is that your spouse, where is he going? where is the person going? What is his vision? What is ambition? For instance, when you are marrying, say where you are marrying right now, the person should consider you, your career, and your progression.
Right.
If he looks at where Esedua is going, then the person, if he's not insecure, should be able to plan things in such a way that will see your progression. You get me? So we focus on the individual so much because that person is the one who takes the decision and ought to know to what extent the family comes in and to what extent there should be a break. That's the reason why I've been talking about marrying somebody who is wise. Because you see, love is too deep. And I don't know how people understand it. I'm not old in marriage. This October will be 30 years. But I've realized something.
This October you'll be 30.
Only 30 years.
Oh,
Okay. Congratulations.
So,
congratulations.
30 years in marriage.
yes, married to only one woman.
Beautiful.
So
Wow.
I realized that, you see, she complements my weaknesses. So for instance, I've come here. If she watches, she will not listen to what I'm saying. She will watch my manners. She will watch my shoe. She will watch my trousers. Today, when I come, he told me this shirt and this one doesn't match. But we have already taken off. Other than that, I would have changed. You see, you must find somebody who also complements. So when you have somebody who is complimenting your effort, you are able to grow. So if you find a man who believes in your story, I said, well, let me tell you, I believe in your story. I've always told you.
Yeah.
I believe in your story.
Yeah.
I believe in your story that sometimes I imagine so much that you can offer.
Wow.
So when the person comes, you should be able to complement your content, complement everything about you, help you to grow, help you to become better. So when family and friends, sometimes not only family, friends.
Right. Rev, can you hold that? I want to take this one briefly. This one says, this family ties versus relationship is very serious. I'm an Ashanti and was in love with an Ewe guy, but my family didn't tolerate him because of his tribe. So I left that guy and went ahead to date with a Fanti. We have been dating for about 3 years now with only communications, no visiting, nothing, and even the communications is not frequent. He's not asking for affair, which I'm not ready. Okay, so you mean sexual affair, which I'm not ready to do. So, and now the relationship is collapsing and I don't want to ruin my career because of my affair with someone. So what do I do? Ooh. Okay, so Rev, 30 seconds, please answer this one.
When you have such issues, like you said, when you see that the person have said, and you see that the person is not trustworthy, it's a warning sign. If the person, you cannot trust the person that you are connecting to, don't consider any other thing, whether tribe or anything, don't consider. Check whether the person's faith agrees with you. If it doesn't, check whether the person is trustworthy enough. Now he's looking for sex. The next time he'll be looking for money. The next time he'll be looking for... Yeah, so he's doing a transactional marriage. So by the time you are aware, it's gone.
He's gone.
At all.
At all, unfortunately, this is where we have to end Let's Talk Relationship and the entire show right here on Prime Morning. Thank you so much for tuning in with us.
I would want to say something.
Yes, please.
Never leave home without the blessings of your parents. Please.
No. I mean, never go into a marriage.
Yeah.
Without the blessings of your parents. Never. Irrespective of who your father or your mother is. As much as possible, whatever it takes to work it out so that we leave home and marry with the blessings of your parents.
And sometimes the parents don't want to bless. Mama, me invite you more. Sorry, I'm Patrick Authority Bible Church. Every Sunday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, we meet at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. And on the 28th, I'm having an anniversary for my late mother, and my late father, and my late brother. I'm doing one memorial service for all three of them on 28th of July at 3 p.m. at Authority Bible Church, La Palm. Please, come and support me. Don't sit back and say you love me. Come and show your love. God bless you.
Reverend Dr. Nanaya Prempeh, thank you so much for your time this morning. Reverend Daniel Annan, thank you so much. We hope to see you again very soon. This is where we end the conversation on Let's Talk Relationship. And Prime Morning has also ended. My name is Isiodua Kumia. We come your way again tomorrow. Have a lovely day.